Welcome everyone. Some housekeeping before we start, the most important things first. The toilets are located through the right-hand doors at the rear of the room, then down the corridor. The Wi-Fi network is called Autograph Conference, if anyone wants to use the Wi-Fi. There is no password. We have noticed that it's not the best Wi-Fi, so if you have data roaming, you may want to use that instead. If the fire alarm sounds, we're not expecting a fire alarm, but do follow the fire escape signs to the nearest exit. The event is being live streamed to an online audience, and the live stream is being recorded. Any delegates who do not want to appear in the recording are advised to sit towards the back of the room, where you'll be out of shot. And we do have a photographer who's documenting the event as well. Again, any delegates who do not wish to appear in the photograph should notify the organising staff or the photographer. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Katie, and good afternoon. Welcome to the Excellent in Road Safety Awards 2024. My name is Christian Schmidt. I am the Director for Land Transport in our European Commission's Director General for Mobility and Transport, and I'm also the European Road Safety Coordinator. I will be your host this afternoon. This year, like I'm tempted to say, every year, I feel a little bit like Ricky Gervais coming back to the Golden Globe Awards. Every time he says it's the last, and he can say whatever he wants to because he's not coming back. But I'm back, and I will be careful, who knows. A warm welcome to the audience here in the room. Here in Brussels, I can report to those who are not here, you are missing a wonderful Brussels autumn day. The weather is as it is on those days. But this is a hybrid event, and I also warmly welcome more than the 100 people joining us online. These annual awards are, of course, the perfect opportunity for us to come together and to recognize the incredible achievements of the members of the European Road Safety Charter towards the shared goals of improved road safety across Europe. And we are a strong community. Today, we are now more than 4,300 members of the Charter, sharing experiences and good practices. And this, in fact, is we are the largest civil society platform on road safety. So how are we doing? Well, last year alone, you know the figure, 20,400 lives were lost on EU roads. This is only a 1% decline compared to 2022. 1% less is 1% less. Of course, we can put it in context. Traffic is growing on roads in Europe, but of course we all agree that is no excuse, and this figure is a sad reminder that we must redouble our efforts towards our common goals, and they remain halving road deaths and serious injuries by 2030 and reducing them close to zero by 2050. As you may know, we are in a transition in the European Commission, and I think I can say with confidence that my future political boss, the Commissioner designate for Transport, shares a very strong commitment to safety and to road safety. Now, today the projects that we will showcase during today's ceremony are very great examples of what organizations of all kinds can do. They can hopefully inspire even more road safety initiatives and help us build greater momentum towards our common goal. And I hope that you will be able to use today's opportunity to learn from each other. I saw already a lot of conversation going on outside the room. Please continue. This is certainly part of the purpose of today's event. And then for all of us to take the energy back to our respective communities. Now, about the awards, let's look at some of the categories. Of course, they differ each year, and we try to shine a spotlight on different aspects of road safety to give an opportunity to as many good practices as possible to apply. So for the 2024 awards, these are the categories. The best project promoting road safety in education, the best project supporting road safety for motorcyclists, the best project supporting road safety for pedestrians and cyclists, the best use of technology and innovation to promote road safety, and the Urban and Road Safety Award, which was open to municipalities, cities, and regional authorities. And I'm happy to say there was competition. We had more than 100 applications this year, each of which is making a real difference every day. So we had a very difficult task of selecting the shortlist you will see today, and indeed to choose the winners. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank our panel of judges, whose expertise was, of course, invaluable in helping us in this process. So thank you to the three members of the jury from outside the Commission: Juan Caballero, Project Coordinator for Eurocities; Wim Thal, Secretary General for the Federation of European Motorcyclist Associations; and Giovanni Pinto, founder of Adesso Basta. So thank you to the judges. So let me also just talk you through today's agenda. First of all, we'll hear from one of the previous winners, some of the previous winners. Then we will announce the winners of the Motorcyclists and Education Awards. This will be followed by a presentation on education by Lena Westrom, who is head of the Department for Education at the Norwegian Council for Road Safety in Norway. And following Lena's presentation, we will announce the winners of the pedestrian and cyclist category. Then we'll have a 15-minute break. There will be a presentation on technology by Michael Christoph. Then we will announce the winners of the categories for technology and innovation and the Urban Award. And after that, please pay attention to all of this, because then we will see European democracy in action, because there will be a People's Choice Award where we will ask you and the online audience to cast your vote for the project that you feel requires special attention. And for the first time, you can vote not only for the 5 winners, but you can also vote for any of the final projects that you will see this afternoon. And as you do so, let's keep Eurovision in mind, where this year, if I remember correctly, the jury voted for the Swiss song Nemo, The Code, but of course the people's choice was the very catchy Croatian entry, Baby Lasagna, which in my personal opinion was a much stronger contestant than the jury's choice. And I say that with no disrespect to the juries, but sometimes the people's choice also is a good one. So you will decide whether it's Nemo or Baby Lasagna that goes away with People's Choice Award. We will then hold a panel discussion and question and answers with the 5 winners, which will be open to participants online with questions also, and you in the room. And finally, having then voted from the floor, we will announce the winner of the People's Choice Award. And all of that will take us to 5 o'clock, and then you will be rewarded with drinks. That is the program for today. I hope we will all enjoy it. So let's get started and start with a special video message from the previous winners. These amazing projects and organizations, of course, as previous winners, set the bar high and continue to inspire us. I'd like to hear what it meant to win. Did you get rich with your award, or just rich in fulfillment and meaning? And how has it allowed you to build on your achievements? And with that, I'd like to start by inviting one of the previous winners, Arno Walter, CEO of the Initiative for Safer Roads, who won the Technology Award in 2022. And Arno is here with us in the room. So please, Arno, there you are. Come to the stage and share your post-victory experience with us. Please, Arno, welcome.
I've also prepared a couple of slides. I don't know if they will be coming here or not. But yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity for being here. Dear Road Safety Award finalists, dear DG Move team of the European Commission, dear Road Safety ambassadors, dear guests. I'm Arne Walter of the Initiative for Safer Roads, and as Christian mentioned, we had the honor to win 2 awards 2 years ago in 2022 in the category of technology, and also the Jacques Barrot Prize, which was the audience vote, which nowadays has got a different name, but I think it has the same purpose. And it's an honor for me to be here again and talk about our testimony and the experience that we have made and the journey that we've made since then, since winning the award. And I can tell you it gives you something for the winners today and all the finalists to win such an award and to be part of the community. It gives you a lot of energy, motivation, but going back also to Christian's remark, I think working on road safety doesn't make you rich, but it brings a lot of fulfillment, and it's very rewarding to actually work on projects that have a social benefit and give something back to the community, and which this is a motivation for us every day. So what did we win the award for? We designed a digital road safety map starting in Germany, coming out of a research project which assesses very specifically 20-meter segments with their risk level and accident level, accident-prone areas, and not only based on accident data, but we merge it with other data streams that allow to make a forecast about accident risks, even if no accidents have happened so far in certain spots. So we've done that with several partners, university partners, German police and engineering offices, and we're very happy to win the award for this project. But what happened then after we won the award? Actually, coming out of a research project, we also realized that we needed to take this digital road safety map and actually tailor it to the specific needs of the cities, of the road authorities, in order to address their pain points and in order to have products that work really for their specific environments and that make their lives easier. So what we did with the road safety map, we designed a portal and a tool called Schulwege.de in Germany, or Safer School Routings, which allows municipalities to design safer school routings, avoiding danger spots, which we indicated in the map, and add additional information and make all that available digitally, saving a lot of time and work for municipalities. So we've implemented that in a couple of cities already in Germany, and are talking also already to cities in other countries like France, Austria, and others. Which brings me to the second area that we have been working on since we won the award, which is building partnerships all across Europe in neighboring countries. Because since we won the award, we have been in contact with many other countries, and as Christian said, this year is a great platform and an opportunity to get in touch with other road safety ambassadors in other countries to learn from their examples, and that's what we did. We were asked actually if we could implement this methodology of the road safety map also in other countries. And since then we've implemented that map also in Austria, and right now we are also in discussion with other countries like Luxembourg, France, the Netherlands, Switzerland. So next year there will be a couple of more countries coming which will use also this road safety map, and building partnerships and building allies is really important in this project. And the third example I wanted to mention is our smart platform in which we host all our different data streams that we use in order to build this whole road safety map. Because working with the cities, they were very interested also in the data that is behind, but it took a long time actually to understand in what way the cities and authorities wanted to use this type of information. And it has taken us also about 2 years to understand better how the cities work, because before we were not used to working with this type of clients. So understanding their needs and how they work and how slow sometimes the processes can be has also been a big task. So actually, looking at this journey, there were some learnings coming out of this, and this is also a little bit of a message that I would like to pass on to all of you, the winners and finalists today. Maybe this is some wisdom that you can take with you. Make sure that you understand exactly what your clients or your users of your solution, of your product want, and what makes their lives easier, and try to tailor your solution around their needs, because in the end, they will really use it only if it makes their work easier and takes less hours, and it helps to give a clear benefit to their clients, in the end, the road users, in order to improve road safety. The second advice also, use platforms like today to start the networking, build partnerships nationally, internationally, learn from each other, and it also helps actually to gain some momentum and energy when working on road safety, because sometimes you talk a lot about road safety in certain environments, but there are other priorities about climate, housing, and other topics, which are very important, of course, and it can be a bit frustrating if the voice about road safety is not heard. But if you're at forums like this one, and you've got allies that talk about road safety, it can be a big inspiration and very motivational, and helps you also to push your projects and bring them forward. And then lastly, show perseverance and be patient, because it takes time. Sometimes your solutions seem obvious to you, but it takes time to explain those solutions to others. It takes some time for others to understand exactly how your solutions will help in their work, and also their ways of working and their structures sometimes just need more time, and your message takes more time to get through. So be perseverant and stay on the move, because it's really worth it to work on road safety. Every contribution, every life saved is worth the effort. And so congratulations to all of you for being here, and I'm looking forward to seeing the solutions of the finalists and the winners today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Arno, and you make some very good points. Also, the fact that many of the possible partners, municipalities, have many priorities, so whatever solutions we come up with, keep it simple, and that's so it works for the clients. Thank you for sharing, Arno. And about getting rich, if there's any Croatian colleagues in the room, let us know whether Baby Lasagna became rich after winning the public. He did. So you see there is hope. People's voice does matter. Very good. The next two winners are with us by video. We have two past winners to hear from. So video messages from Fundația Siguranța Auto Copii Romania, the winner of the Associations Award and the People's Award in 2021, and the Austrian Institute of Technology, who won the Data Award in 2023, and also the People's Award. So let's have the videos from those two past winners, please.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alice Donamitu from Children Car Safety Foundation Romania. I want to start by congratulating each and every participant and finalist in 2024 Excellence in Road Safety Awards competition. I'm sure that each and every project that you brought here will bring a significant contribution in building a safer environment for the road users of European Union. In 2021, our organization, Children Car Safety Foundation, was honored to receive the Jacques Barrot Prize for the project that we developed in Romania. The Children Car Safety Caravan is now part of the Good Practices manual developed by the European Transport Safety Council, and we are proud that it was imported by nearby country such Moldavia. Other projects will be further developed with partners from Bulgaria, Hungary, Serbia, or Croatia. Therefore, I encourage you all to come and bring your projects to this important platform, European Road Safety Charter, because only in this way, only together, we can bring this ambitious goal of safer roads for European roads users to become reality. Once again, congratulate you all, and let the best project win this evening as it did in each and every year.
Last year, we from the AIT, the Austrian Institute of Technology, received the European Safety Award for our Mobility Observation Box, and we are incredibly proud of this achievement. This project involves so much research, pioneering spirit, and dedication. The fact that our efforts were rewarded with an international prize is a huge motivation for the entire team to keep going and continue searching for solutions to today's social challenges. Our Mobility Observation Box makes it possible to measure the safety of transport infrastructures according to objective criteria and make them comparable. Once the data collection is done, the machine learning algorithms automatically recognize different groups of road users, for example, pedestrians, cars, or e-scooters, and so on. It detects them, evaluates their traffic behavior, and provides a basis for targeted mitigation measures. Conflict situations can be observed and evaluated objectively and for a desired period of time. The battery-operated system allows a quick and uncomplicated installation and deinstallation of the box. It's fantastic to see that the box is actually being used in so many international projects. For example, in a European Horizon project to assess the impacts of physical and digital infrastructure solutions supporting automated mobility. In a lot of different projects focused on school route safety and for the improvement of operational traffic and workspace safety. We from the AIT wish all the nominated teams and projects the best of luck for the award ceremony. Go and get it.
Thanks a lot to the previous winners, to Arno, Anna, and Anna. You see a pattern there. If Anna was in the room, I would ask her whether she got rich, but you saw she said the box was being used in several countries. Anna, if you hear me, let me know. I want my share. Thank you very much to the past winners. Now we get to the real exciting business of the awards. And let's start with the first award for motorcyclist. I'm very pleased that we start with this because unfortunately, as you all know, this is a particularly vulnerable group of road users, as we unfortunately see reflected in the annual statistics. So this category is important and it recognizes the projects supporting the safety of motorcyclists. The finalists all demonstrate efforts to improve infrastructure safety, awareness, and protective measures, helping to reduce fatal crashes and serious injuries. And so the shortlisted finalists in this category are: 1. Brittany Ferries and the Director General of Traffic with their project, A Guide for UK Motorcyclists in Spain. In response to the 286 motorcyclist fatalities in Spain in 2023, A Guide for UK Motorcyclists was launched to enhance rider safety and distributed to all motorcyclists boarding ferries from the UK to the Spanish port of Santander. It provides crucial information on Spanish traffic laws, emergency numbers, mandatory helmet use, and other useful information. Second nominee, KFV with their project Special Road Markings on Bends in Austria. This project aimed to reduce the risk of collision when motorcyclists ride too close to the center line on left-handed bends. Road markings were introduced next to the center line to guide riders away, preventing them from leaning into oncoming traffic. Since the implementation of these markings, injury crashes on such bends have decreased by 80%. 8-0. Third nominee, Slovenian Infrastructure Agency with their motorcyclist safety project in Slovenia. This project implemented several pilot activities designed to improve motorcycle safety, including producing videos on first aid, optimizing traffic signs, and installing safety chevrons. One key initiative introduced specialized road markings on 15 bends to encourage motorcyclists to navigate turns more widely, which resulted in a 21% reduction in motorcycle accidents on those bends. Can we see, please, the 3 videos of these finalists?
Motorcycling Award. Project Special Road Markings on Bends. Organisation KFV. Research shows motorcyclists often ride too close to the centre line on left-hand bends, increasing the risk of collision through reduced visibility and loss of control. The project introduced additional road markings, guiding riders away from the centre and preventing them from leaning into oncoming traffic. Since their use, injuries on bends have decreased by 80%. The measure is intuitive, can be applied in various road conditions, and has been widely accepted by motorcyclists. The project has significantly improved road safety for motorcycle riders by addressing specific risky behaviour with a targeted solution. Project, A Guide for UK Motorcyclists. Organisation, Brittany Ferries and DGT. Every year. More than 8,500 motorcyclists arrive from the UK in Santander. By ferry. We offer them a leaflet when boarding the ferry, with rules and advice on how to drive on continental roads, so that they drive safely while enjoying their trip. Project Motorcyclist Safety Project. Organisation Slovenian Infrastructure Agency. Several pilot activities improved motorcycle safety, including special road markings on 15 bends, which encouraged motorcyclists to navigate turns more widely. This resulted in a 21% reduction in motorcycle accidents on those bends. Other measures included optimizing traffic signs, safety chevrons and bollards on bends, lowered speed limits and mesh panels to prevent debris falling onto the road. The project also produced informative videos on first aid for motorcyclists, further enhancing rider safety and preparedness.
Congratulations to all the shortlisted nominees. And to the audience here in the room, I could see you leaning on your chairs as you were watching these videos. Careful. Congratulations to all the shortlisted initiatives. And the winner is KFV. Congratulations to KFV for winning the motorcyclist category. The special road marking on Benz projects was voted as the winner for its very simple and cost-effective evidence-based approach, its very high impact, its replicability stood out, and the very high quality submission overall. So with that, I invite you, Martin Winkelbauer, Senior Researcher, to come to the stage and receive the award, please. Please, say a few words to the people.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to accept this award on behalf of KfV, the Austrian Road Safety Board, for our work in motorcycle safety. KfV has been Austria's leading non-profit expert organization for road safety for over 60 years, and motorcycle safety has always been on our agenda. And the issue gets even more pressing considering that motorcycle riders make up 26% of the overall fatalities in Austria currently, which is 10% more than the European average. That's why we urgently need motorcycle safety is targeted and effective. The road markings we propose are a rare species in road safety. We could prove that they have a high safety impact, they are easy to implement, they are highly transferable, and they're extremely cheap. They are also a very good example for the best practice approach advocated by the European Road Safety Charter. Personally, I would like to thank my colleagues and the hierarchy at KfV for making it a place where an initiative like this can grow from a seed to a tree. And you know, I have always pointed out that I did not invent these markings. I was just the one to evaluate and disseminate them. Hence, I would like to particularly thank the person who actually had the idea and worked tirelessly to make it a perfect intervention. Ladies and gentlemen, I kindly ask you to give a big hand to Gerald Höher from the provincial government of Carinthia. He's here among us. Don't you want to stand up, Gerald? Thanks again for this wonderful recognition. We are deeply proud to be part of a shared commitment to make Europe roads safer, in particular when it comes to its most vulnerable members. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, Martin, and we'll see you back for the Q&A at the end of today's awards. But as you can see, this is a community where, a bit like at the Oscars, it's okay to steal ideas from others. So we certainly encourage that. But we're really, again, congratulations what you achieved there with an 80% reduction in fatalities really makes a difference. We move fast forward to the second award on education. Education, of course, is the foundation of lasting road safety improvements. This award recognizes programs and campaigns that empower individuals with knowledge and skills that is needed to navigate road safety fostering a culture of responsibility and awareness. Let's take a look at the shortlisted finalists. Number 1, ANDC, with protecting wildlife and humans. An increasing number of wild animals in the Netherlands has raised the risk of wildlife-related crashes. To address this, ANDC developed behavior-oriented interventions, such as welcome messages on pillars, dynamic messages, and lifelike animal signs to encourage adherence to the speed limit. Results showed that the interventions effectively reduced motorists' speeds. Nominee number 2, LEARN, European Transport Safety Council's LEARN campaign. This project addressed the fact that road safety education varies widely across Europe. The LEARN project provides detailed reports, recommendations, and resources for education professionals, along with policy suggestions for decision makers. LEARN materials have helped shape national learning goals, promoting a more standardized approach to road safety education in Europe. And the third nominee, platform Vision Zero, with awareness campaigns about aggressive drivers in the Czech Republic. This nominee ran a campaign in 2023 to address the dangers of aggressive driving. It included a catchy jingle that I hope we will hear, engaging videos, and a creative competition inviting the public to describe new types of aggressive drivers. It also had 2 websites full of information and tips and an e-learning platform. The campaign was promoted through radio broadcasts, influencer collaborations, and other partnerships, encouraging public participation. Once again, congratulations to all the shortlisted initiatives. And the winner is? Not yet. The videos, please.
Education Award. Project LEARN. Organisation ETSC. Road safety education for children varies widely across Europe, with no standardised terminology or methodology. The LEARN project aims to improve traffic safety and mobility education. It provides detailed reports, recommendations, and resources for education professionals, along with policy suggestions for decision makers. The project's publications are comprehensive guides for road safety education. It also organises the annual European Traffic Education Seminar to exchange ideas and best practices. Project Awareness Campaign about aggressive drivers. Organisation Platform Avise Zero. Aggressiveness plays its part in up to 40% of fatal and serious accidents. So we started by creating names for aggressive drivers or drivers who cause aggressiveness. Collectively, we named them Ritterci. Our awareness campaign taught the public how to deal with aggressive drivers through videos, radio spots, websites, e-learning games, and social media. Traffic experts also joined the discussion. 8 million people were reached. 11.5% of respondents said the campaign helped them remain calm in traffic. Project Protecting Wildlife and Humans. Organisation ANDC. Nature in Gelderland is flourishing, but the number of wild animals has raised the risk of wildlife-related accidents, with many drivers ignoring speed limits. ANDC, in collaboration with the Dijksterhuis and Van Baren, developed behaviour-oriented interventions. These include welcome messages on pillars, dynamic messages, and fake animal signs to encourage adherence to speed limits. The impact was measured on 3 roads. Results showed that the interventions reduced motorist speeds, with the dynamic messages being key for long-term impact.
Again, congratulations to all the nominees. Some very interesting entries there. I'm glad I wasn't in the jury, but let's see what you vote. For now, the winner is the LEARN project. The LEARN project was voted as the winner for being a very impactful project addressing the needs of the road safety education community across a European scale. It's a very large campaign providing a common methodology and terminology that can be used to facilitate exchange and discussion on education projects. This is all free of charge, so I guess Frank is not getting rich either. But it has the potential to impact national learning strategies. As a result, it was felt that the project deserved to be recognized and to be better known. So I would like to invite Frank Mütze, Policy and Project Manager at the European Transport Safety Council, to the stage.
Thank you very much for the award. It was already great recognition that we were listed as a finalist for the education category, and now to win the award as well, it's a great cherry on top of the cake. The LEARN project has been going on for 6-7 years now, and at DTC we wouldn't have been able to do that without the help of some people that I'd very much like to thank. First of all, Jesus and Susanna from Fondation Mafra and Werner and Eddie from the Flemish Foundation for Traffic Knowledge, because not only have they helped us with content and guidance, but they've also provided the financial means for us to allow us to do the LEARN project to improve road safety education across Europe. And I'd like also very much to thank the LEARN expert panel with road safety education professionals from all across Europe that have helped us, that guided the project, that have inputted, provided feedback, as well as the best practice examples that we've made available in our recommendations. And I'd very much like to thank them as well. I quickly have a cheat sheet in order to not, in my excitement, forget anybody. So Eva, Anita, and Daniela from KFV in Austria, Alena from CDV in the Czech Republic, Lise from the Sector Traffic in Denmark, Satu from Liikennetturva in Finland, Francesco from Fondation Unipolis in Italy, Vasiliki from Panos Milonas in Greece, Kristen as well as Lena from Trick Traffic in Norway, Alain Ariel from Portugal, and Debbie from Transport Scotland. Thank you very much. You have allowed us to make this LEARN project into a wonderful project, and we hope that we can continue for many years to come to keep working on improving road safety education across Europe. Thank you once again.
Thanks a lot, Frank, demonstrating here that it's a truly European project. We will, of course, come back to you again with the questions at the end. Colleagues, things are moving fast. 2 awards, but I see still here, lots are still to be handed out. But before we do so, let's pause for a presentation. This one by Lena Westrom, following the announcement on the Education Award. Let's talk about education. Lena Westrom, you will deliver a presentation on this topic. Lena, you are the head of Department for Children and Youngsters at Tryg Trafik. Those who don't speak Norwegian fluently, as I do, knows that this means sort of safe and comfortable traffic. She is the national project leader of the Hard Zone Initiative and manages Tryg Trafik's portfolio of projects aimed at the welfare and road safety education of children and youth. Tryg Trafik was established in 1956 at the initiative of the Ministry of Transport, the Ministry of Education, and the Ministry of Justice, and the Norwegian Insurance Association. The organization promotes the best possible road safety for all groups of road users and is given a special nationwide responsibility for promoting traffic education in kindergartens and schools. Lena, over to you, please.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lena Westrom, and I'm the head of education department at the Norwegian Council for Road Safety. It's a long name, so I will call it the NCRS. Before getting this position, I have the privilege of working in education, including 10 years as a teacher and 16 years as a school leader. The last 10 years as a principal. I think my background has provided me with valuable insights into the importance of road safety education for children and youngsters. My department has 7 special advisors working full-time developing and promoting road safety education for children and youngsters. Road safety education prepares children and young people for new roles as road users. As they grow up, they become more exposed to risk. Even though the number of children killed or injured in traffic in Norway is low, like the rest of Europe, we work and aim for this Vision Zero. In Norway, we strongly believe in educating all road users, especially children and young people. Good habits established early provide the foundation for children to grow up to be responsible road users. Traffic and mobility education is a long-term effort that requires continuity and progression throughout childhood. Targeted and tailored measures for children and young people requires knowledge of their conditions as road users. Each age group faces different challenges, but they all need knowledge, skills, and insights into what creates a safety culture. Adults are important role models. Children and young people are influenced by how their parents travel to kindergarten, school, work, and leisure activities. Both attitudes and actions are contagious and become part of the habits that children and youngsters adapt. The NCRS is an umbrella organization for voluntary road safety work and brings together other voluntary organizations and road safety authorities. We have a special responsibility to promote road safety education in kindergartens and schools and to provide information and knowledge about road safety. Am I supposed to change the slides or is someone helping me? Okay. Okay. We have our headquarters in Oslo and small regional offices throughout the rest of Norway. I think you are going to go to slide 4, if you please. Okay, where do I push? Can you help? There. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's so easy. We have our headquarters in Oslo and a small regional offices throughout the rest of Norway. We are a membership organization with a board and members from counties, municipalities, other organizations, and private companies. Funding comes from the Ministry of Transportation, insurance companies, counties, membership fees, and foundations. The organization is divided into 4 departments in Oslo: education, research and analysis, communication, and administration. We have a social responsibility for road safety education, together with educational authorities, teachers, and parents. We facilitate physical and digital courses for teachers and students, both in schools and kindergartens, and create teaching materials in accordance with the national curriculum, focusing on knowledge, attitudes, and skills. Norway has a centralized curriculum covering all subjects for grades 1 to 13. In addition, we have a common core curriculum that describes values and principles for basic education. Road safety education is directly mentioned in physical education, where students after the 2nd grade should practice participating in traffic in a safe manner. After the 4th grade, they should understand and follow traffic rules. And after the 7th grade, they should assess risk and safety in various outdoor activities, including participation in traffic. Traffic-related topics such as speed, forces, sustainability, and ethics are integrated into other subjects like mathematics, science, social studies, and religion. Traffic education is also an elective course that can be provided in the lower secondary school, mainly in the 9th or 10th grade. Norway has a national plan of actions for road safety. This is a 4-year plan, and it's a collaboration between Norwegian Public Roads Administration, the police, the Directorates of Health and Education, the NCRS, counties and municipalities. The Education Department at NCRS are involved in 25 of the measures aimed at children and young people, and that is a lot of responsibility. I'm really proud to be part of the LEARN project today, because the LEARN project is important to the work that we do when we produce our resources. The LEARN project aims to improve the quality of road safety and mobility education in Europe by providing information, tools, and resources for traffic education and give policy recommendation to decision makers. We are a member of the LEARN expert panel and use the principles from LEARN when we develop and adjust our learning resources. And we are proud that the LEARN project is nominated for the prize today. And of course, we are really proud that that the LEARN project was the winner. Often when I present our resources, I start with the youngest. Today I'm going the other way, starting with youngsters. In Norway, we see a vast increase in injuries and death from the age of 15, 16. We have several resources for young people, and we have done approximately the same survey as the Danes do on youngsters to get new data. We have a digital textbook that can be used in both lower secondary and secondary schools. The textbook covers all the risk areas, and the content is developed based on the 5E model. We have network meetings with teachers, and they give us important insights to improving and adjusting our materials. We do campaigns to get more schools to provide the elective course in traffic safety. And at this moment, we are working on launching both learning materials and a social media campaign towards the Gen Z population. And the release date for this is in January. So tomorrow morning, we're going to have a meeting discussing how we're going to do the pre-testing. First aid in different traffic situations and the use of small motorized vehicles is the latest resource we have developed. We use the safe system approach when we work with the traffic education in Norway, and getting the right response at an accident is important. And it's important that young people have this knowledge. The resources that we make are played out like exciting reality series with youngsters as the main characters. Shooting snowmobile accidents and testing these small motorized vehicles far up north in Alta is our latest production. We also tested and released the material at the local secondary school. I will show you a short teaser from the series. Securing the site of the accident, providing help, the dangers of hypothermia, removing helmets in a safe manner to ensure breathing is some of the learning outcomes of these episodes. Now, the film didn't start. Can I do something, or do you have to do something? No. Okay, we just skip it. I guess we can share it further. Bicycle Proficiency is a Norwegian initiative aimed at promoting cycling proficiency among children. The program is owned by the NCRS and 2 other road safety organizations, but the NCRS has lead in the project. It provides resources and training for teachers to help students from grades 4 to 7. Students develop essential cycling skills, knowledge about safe cycling routines, and risk assessment. There is also information on how the parents can contribute. As this is a login resource, we can monitor use on a class, school, municipality, and county level, and get insights on test results and see which part of the resource are being used. The key aspect of the resource includes traffic education, practical skills, digital resources with videos, e-learning tasks, and theoretical tests to support both teachers and parents. Overall, the resource aims to ensure that all children have equal opportunities to become competent and safe cyclists, contributing to a cultural safety and active mobility in Norway. SINTEF, a well-known research organization in Norway, has tested a new way to teach bicycle proficiency and risk management skills. Using eye tracking and VR technology, they've been able to test the effectiveness of learning resources. We have a competent group, we have a large and competent group developing a new way of teaching road safety on bikes, both in classroom and outdoor in the vicinity of the schools, using the principles of the mind-brain education. And just last week, we were in Bodø doing a pre-test in a classroom. So sitting there taking notes, looking at sixth graders using our materials, that is a good day at work for me. I think a lot of you have perhaps heard about the Heart Zones. The Heart Zone project has been presented a few times. Supporting Heart Zones is one of 3 main focus areas for the NCRS, and we have the role as the national project owner. The goal of Heart Zones is to create safe environments around schools. The main objective is to ensure that children receive quality traffic education with progression through their school years. We want schools to support their students to develop good attitudes and become better decision makers. Additionally, there is a desire to minimize car traffic around the schools. Children should be encouraged to walk or cycle whenever possible. And we have a national KPI reaching the number of 80% of students walking or cycling. And today we are at 64%. Nearly 400 schools have Heart Zones and focus on education, awareness measures, cooperation and involvement is essential to succeed. Next year, the project is turning 10 years, and we are doing a lot of initiatives, and we are wanting to reach the number of 500 schools in the year 2025. So we'll see if that's possible. The Children's Traffic Club is our main resource for kindergarten and lower primary and after-school care. This website offers digital and printed learning materials, activities for after-school programs, for National Reflector Day, reflector agents, activity mats, games, and videos. And this is a brief roadmap of efforts from last year, things that we developed, tested, and delivered to schools and kindergartens. We are lucky to be able to test both digital and physical materials directly in schools, and we can participate with others to develop the final project. We are also often given the responsibility to share knowledge about how we work and our resources, both in Norway and abroad, such as today. You will find fun and engaging activities and exciting materials like road safety, because road safety is a natural part of children's everyday life. And we try to make the materials easy so we can present it directly from us to the teachers. Using common tested models when we develop and adjust resources is important to ensure quality. For instance, the Learn model. As you can see, all the projects are at different stages. And for me, as head of the department, this is both fun and demanding. One of our newest partnerships is a university in Trondheim using eye tracking and VR technology to understand how children from the age of 6 to 11 develop risk management skills, and road crossing is one of the scenarios. And I think it will be nice to share some of the insights later on. I don't know if this video will start, but it is of great importance to have the support of the parents. Adults need to listen to children and young people to support both major initiatives and close everyday solutions. We made a campaign together with the municipality of Oslo, our capital, where there's a great effort on supporting hot zones. Parents helping out as crossing guards in the mornings can make the school way safer.
Det veldig bra at noen gjør det da, selv om det kan være litt masete. Og jeg tror noen ganger så passer det veldig dårlig, selv for mamma og pappa. Og spesielt om vinteren, for da det kaldt og mørkt. Men da det jo ekstra bra at noen der, fordi selv om jeg har på meg refleks, det ikke sikkert bilene ser meg.
The Norwegian Council for Road Safety is proud of its work with road safety education and values the cooperation with all involved parties. By continuing to focus on education, attitudes and skills, we strongly believe that we contribute to a safer future for all road users. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Lena, and to those who got the impression from the videos and photos that it's always dark and cold in Norway, it is not the case. I spent my summer there and it's lovely. It's really nice. Don't tell the Norwegians. I'm Danish, we want it back. But it's very impressive, isn't it? Under these conditions, I think I heard you right, 64% of school children walking or cycling to school. And that is in a country where sometimes the conditions are harsh. I don't have the European figure, but I'm guessing that it's a lot lower than that. So this is something surely requires, as we just saw, very close cooperation between schools and road safety officials. So Lena, thank you for setting that example. For those who were puzzled by the word cykeldygtig, bicycle proficiency. It's not so hard. Thanks a lot, Lena. Please join the European Union and help improve our statistics. On that note, let's move to the third award, pedestrians and cyclists. This focuses on projects that addresses their needs. Those who, of course, as you know, are most at risk on our roads. They face unique dangers, and safeguarding their lives, as we just heard, is crucial to build safer, more inclusive communities where everyone can move freely and safely. So let's take a look at the shortlisted finalists in this category. Agencia Galega de Infraestructuras for their project, Alternative Mobility Strategy. This is in Spain. Many routes connecting interurban areas with schools, health centers, and public facilities that are primarily designed for motorized vehicles. To address this, the agency has prioritized the development of dedicated pedestrian and cycle paths along many such routes. Since 2014, it has invested in the development of over 280 kilometers of pedestrian and cycle paths, increasing the number of vulnerable road users significantly. Second nominee, the Dutch Bicycle Helmet Coalition for their project Bicycle Helmet Day. In the Netherlands, cycling is the primary mode of daily transportation, as I'm sure you all know. However, when this campaign began in 2022, only 2% of cyclists wore helmets. To address that, Bicycle Helmet Day was initiated to promote helmet wearing through performances, helmet discounts, cycling tours, and a symposium. Since its inception, helmet use among healthcare professionals and the elderly has increased significantly. And third, La Sécurité Routière for their project, the School Cup in Luxembourg. This project is designed to educate children on the safe use of bicycle and public roads, offering a comprehensive program that includes both theoretical and practical courses. In 2023, the School Cup saw participation from 70 schools and over 10,000 students. The top performing students from across Luxembourg can then compete in the final test where they could win a bicycle. So now let's see the videos from the 3 finalists.
Pedestrians and Cyclists Award. Project Alternative Mobility Strategy, Organisation Agencia Galega de Infraestruturas. Many routes connecting urban areas with public facilities are designed primarily for vehicles, making them unsafe for pedestrians and cyclists. To address this, dedicated pedestrian and cycle paths were developed along these routes, allowing vulnerable road users to travel separately from motorised vehicles. Since 2014, the agency has invested over €143.4 million in developing over 280 kilometres of cycle paths and sidewalks. No accidents involving vulnerable road users have occurred on these paths, and the number of pedestrians and cyclists using these routes has increased significantly. Project Bicycle Helmet Day, Organisation Dutch Bicycle Helmet Coalition. In the Netherlands, cycling is the primary mode of daily transportation, but bicycle-related injuries surged by 40% in the last decade. In 2022, only 2% of cyclists wore helmets. To address this, Bicycle Helmet Day saw healthcare professionals lead by example by wearing helmets to work. Various institutions promote helmet safety through events, theatre performances, helmet discounts, informative presentations, quizzes, cycling tours, and a major symposium. As a result, helmet use has increased among healthcare professionals to 15% and among the elderly to 20%. Collaboration with the Belgian healthcare sector is furthering these efforts. Project The School Cup, Organisation La Sécurité Routière. The School Cup educates children on the safe use of bicycles by offering a comprehensive programme of theoretical and practical courses. Courses are conducted at school, on the road, and at home. The top performing students from across Luxembourg can compete in a final test to win a bicycle. Tests on the road are announced on local radio to increase motorists' awareness of the presence of children in traffic. In 2023, 70 schools participated, with 71 students advancing to the finals. A total of 10,400 students participated in the theoretical part of the competition.
Congratulations to all the finalists. I'm sure you spotted the recently appointed Secretary General of NATO with a bike helmet, so good for defense, good for safety. So, congratulations to all. The winner is Agencia Galega de Infraestruturas. This project was voted as the winner as it tackled the subject of interurban traffic, often neglected but very important because it addresses how people travel, modal shift, on these medium distances where the car still appears as one of the options. And segregated traffic is key to protecting vulnerable road users, and this project has done so with concrete results. So I would like to invite Maria, not really, no, but she cannot be here. So please, sir, you have the floor. Let's award you this. I invite Hector to say a few words, please.
Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude for this opportunity and convey apologies on behalf of our infrastructure planning advisor, Maria Martínez Allegue, who unfortunately could not join us today due to scheduling conflicts. Of course, we thank the European Road Safety Charter for this award. We also congratulate the rest of the finalist projects from the Netherlands and Luxembourg, which we thought were very interesting and will also have been worthy of the award. As we explained it in the video, for more than 10 years, we have focused our efforts on improving the road safety of vulnerable users in a network of regional roads that historically did not have platforms reserved for them, separate from the motor vehicle traffic. Since 2014, we have built more than 280 kilometers of pedestrian and cycling paths, parallel but separate from our roads. This project exemplifies the power of European cooperation and solidarity. Thanks to the European Regional Development Fund, which finances much of that investment, we have been able to make our roads safer for everyone. It fills us with pride to see how these paths have provided safer, greener travel options for our citizens, fostering a healthier and more connected community. A project of this magnitude requires the participation of a large number of technicians, both from the public and private sectors. For this reason, I believe it necessary to end by thanking all of them, and especially all the staff of the Galician Infrastructure Agency for their participation in the project, and congratulating them on this award. Our journey doesn't end here. We remain committed to further improving our infrastructure and ensuring the safety and well-being of all of our citizens. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Hector. Congratulations. Thank you for putting EU funds to good use for road safety. Thank you to all the EU taxpayers for funding good projects. And with that, we have reached a break, I believe, for 15 minutes. Coffee, I believe, maybe, even, to keep you awake. But don't go away. We will resume at 4 o'clock to those who are online. Treat yourself with a coffee at home or at the office. And here in the room, we will reconvene at 4 o'clock for the next part of the program. Thank you. See you back at 4. Welcome back from coffee. I hope those online managed to get a coffee, and I hope those who are here will find their seats and get back into the room. So I'm looking here to my left, and I see we still have awards to distribute. So the suspense is still there. But before we go to the next award category, which by the way will be technology and innovation, we'll have another presentation. This will be by Michel Christophe, who is a research manager of the Department Human Factors in Vehicle Automation at SWOF. So now SWOF is the Dutch Institute for Road Safety Research. Michael investigates how road users deal with new technologies that vehicles are increasingly being equipped with, including autonomous vehicles. And you investigate also the optimal collaboration between human drivers and autonomous vehicles. So with that introduction, I think we have people back in the room for your presentation, Michel. You have the floor, please.
Thank you, Christian, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. It's an honor to be here to present our project to you. Let's see if I can manage this technology. Yeah. Before I dive into the project, maybe first some background to the project. So there's a rapid increase in the technology, in automated functions for vehicles. And these offer a lot of safety potential. And with 20,000 road deaths in Europe the last year, in 2023, well, there's a lot of room for improvement. You may be familiar with the SAE levels of vehicle automation. This taxonomy describes 6 phases of vehicle automation, ranging from 0, the human driver is responsible for driving, no automated functions, to level 5, where every aspect of driving is done by automated systems. The human driver is not needed at any time of the trip anymore. And as you can see in the dark blue, the role of the technology of the automated functions increase during these different phases of vehicle automation, and the role of the human driver becomes smaller, it decreases. So this is a technical perspective, and there is one concern here, and that is that what is left over for the human driver to do doesn't necessarily fit the human capabilities. So there are some risks. Drivers might get distracted if they have less to do while driving the vehicle, look for other activities to engage in. They might get bored or even get sleepy during the drive because they are underloaded. Yeah. Or they get confused about what mode the technology is in, the automated systems are in, what are actually the limits of these automated functions in the vehicle, how do they work. And as technology matures, it gets better and better. They might also over-rely on this technology while they are still supposed to pay attention to the road and drive the vehicle themselves. So, with these safety potential and these risks, Mediator had a novel idea, and that is to develop a system that mediates between the human driver and the automated systems. So the main objective of the project was to develop an intelligent support system based on in-depth knowledge on human factors to mediate between human driving and automated driving. These challenges are not unique to road transport only. Also, in other transport modes, you see an increase of automation. So in this project, we wanted to learn from other transport modes. So at the beginning of the project, we had workshops with representatives from aviation, from rail, from maritime, to learn how they are dealing with these challenges. And at the end of the project, we also disseminated our knowledge we developed to other transport modes. And also within the project, we had the Netherlands Aerospace Center for the aviation perspective, and we had Kongsberg Maritime for the maritime perspective. Some facts and figures about the project. The project lasted for 4 years, ended in April 2023. We had a consortium of 13 partners with a good representation of industry, universities and knowledge centers. A total budget of around 10 million total, of which 6.5 million was funded by the EC. This illustration covers the core concept of the mediator system. So you see 2 axes here, one X for the driver that can be fit or unfit to safely perform its driving tasks, and an X for the automated systems that can be fit or capable of performing the task, or unavailable or unfit to perform these tasks. And you see 4 quadrants. So when both are fit, there's a choice who can have control over the vehicle. When the driver is unfit, the automated systems should be controlling the vehicle, and vice versa. If the automated systems are unfit, the driver should be controlling the vehicle. And there's an area that you clearly want to avoid, where both entities are unfit. So by design, you want to avoid this situation. So the challenge for the mediator system was to keep the drive floating in the green zone of this area. And how to do that? So what we did was we wanted to monitor the driver state, and also predict the driver state. The same for the automated systems, monitor the state of the systems, but also predict availability in the near future. If either of these two entities would become unfit, you would have to take over or hand over control of driving. But we also wanted to pay a lot of attention to preventing the driver to become unfit. So moving from the green zone to the red zone in the area, we wanted to prevent this situation. And if the driver would move away to the unfit area, we also developed corrections or interventions, and we mainly focused on distracted driving and fatigued driving. So this illustration is a representation of the mediator system, where on the top hand you have the human, for which we needed to develop a driver monitoring system that measures and predicts driver state, taking context into account. A system that monitors automated systems, fitness and availability, also taking context into account. A central module that makes the decisions, what action to undertake, the decision logic, and a human-machine interface that communicates with the driver. So we did a lot more in the project. This is an overview of a lot of activities that we have done in the project. So not only working on these different modules, but we also worked on prototypes, evaluation trials, further elaborated on some key concepts of the projects and looked at the impact of the system and developed roadmaps for further exploitation. Maybe one other thing to mention. So vehicle automation, as it happens now, is mainly pushed by technological developments. This is also reflected in the SAE levels of automation. As new technology is available, it finds its way into the vehicle, and the role of the human driver changes. In the Mediator project, we wanted to take a human user-centered perspective on all developments that we did in the project. So really look at what the human needs to safely and comfortably make a drive, and ideally, with that, set requirements for technology. One example of this is that at the beginning of the project, we made a revision of the levels of automation from a human-centered perspective. I won't discuss them in detail. Basically, what we wanted to do was describe levels that resonate with the human characteristics. And also after the project, a lot more work on this topic has been done, so if you're interested, just send me a message. We also had a large focus on human-machine interface in the project. So we took a holistic, user-centered approach, and holistic meaning that it's not one icon or one sound that conveys a message to the driver. It's all these elements together that are communicating a message to the driver or create an ambience that is in line with the responsibilities of the driver. So this is an example of this holistic design. We have 4 driving modes here: manual driving, no automated support systems available; assisted driving, it's like ADAS support systems, but the driver is still responsible for driving; piloted driving, it's basically conditional automated driving. The driver is the backup for the automated systems, so it can be looking at the phone or looking away from the road for a short time, but it should be capable of taking over the driving task quite fast. And piloted driving, where the driver is not needed at all anymore. And you see some differences in these pictures. The ambient lighting indicates a change in driving mode. Also availability of infotainment systems changes over these different driving modes. In the last, you can't see it on this picture, but a driving mode, the steering wheel retracts a little bit to indicate to the driver you're not needed anymore. You can leave the driving to the automation. And there are some LED light strips. And that covers another concept that we have been working on. So when driving in a vehicle or an automated vehicle, the drivers are exposed to different kinds of time budgets. So how long does the entire drive take? How long does it take before I have automated functions available? If I'm driving in it with an automated function, how long will it be available for? And how certain is that? And in this project, we wanted to explore what was the added value of conveying, of sending these time budgets, sharing these time budgets with the driver so they could plan their drive. If they would have an incoming email and they see it's only 5 minutes left until there's automation available, they could perhaps wait until automation was available and look at this email message. or they could anticipate better on when the automated systems would stop working and prepare for taking over the drive again. This is just a short example of a virtual reality environment that we use to iterate on the different designs. You can see an LED bar on the steering wheel. It's also on the dashboard. There's also the time budget indicated on the display. And you saw, I think, a distraction warning. So there were a lot of elements in the human-machine interface. So the LED strips to communicate the time budgets, the ambient lighting. There was a seat belt that was able to vibrate or retract to get the driver's attention back. There were even inflatable seat cushions on the driver's seat to get a posture activation when the driver should resume control. There was a lever where you could choose the automated mode you were driving in with force feedback, so it was like a Christmas tree, I would say. We worked on a lot of different prototypes in the project, 6 in total. So we had 2 simulator prototypes looking at different aspects of the mediator system. We had a virtual reality environment for design iterations of the human-machine interface. We had a computer simulation for optimizing the decision logic. And we had 2 vehicle prototypes. One vehicle prototype was more focused on technical integration. So having all these modules integrated in the vehicle, running real time, exchanging messages, making decisions, but it didn't have the most sophisticated HMI. It was more a technical feasibility vehicle. And one vehicle that was focused on the human-machine interface and the human factors with the most sophisticated version of the HMI installed there. It was a Wizard of Oz vehicle, so the participant driver was driving on the normal left-hand side of the vehicle, and there was an experimenter driving at the right-hand side of the vehicle. And the participant just had a normal steering wheel and pedals, but the experimenter was actually driving, so we could expose the human driver, the participant, to the human-machine interface. In total, we had studies with 230 participants, collected over 500 hours of data, and we had some nice results from these studies. Usability and acceptance scores were really good for the systems. We had positive effects of our interventions on distracted driving. The time budget concept was really appreciated and desired, and it was feasible from a technical perspective. And we saw in the impact assessment a reduction of crashes when using the mediator system. To conclude, one last key takeaway message from after having worked for 4 years into this project. So we should be changing the perspective instead of the technology driving these developments and this transition towards automated driving. We should really be looking at our societal goals, such as safety, sustainability, inclusivity, and we should look at and take into account the human characteristics. And from this perspective, we should be driving the technology. Thank you for your attention. If you are interested and want more information on the project, all our deliverables are on the website, and my email address is under there, but it's not visible. Feel free to send me a message as well. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Michael. I have so many questions that we don't have time for, Michaela. I think the best I can do is please come and see me next time you're in town. I need to ask you some very philosophical questions about at what point do we get so old that technology is better, in your opinion? And I saw the fit-unfit trade-offs there. It's almost sort of a question of natural selection and evolution where AI can replace humans. Very scary. I'd like to talk to you about that. Clearly, technology can be good for road safety. And I have a trick questions for you. If humans descended from monkeys, why are there still monkeys? So if AI can replace humans, will there still be humans in our cars? Of course, it's a trick question because we did not descend from monkeys. You should know that. Huh? Developed in parallel. Okay, on that note, thank you very much, Michael, for this extremely interesting presentation. Many of these technological innovations are potentially useful for road safety. And of course, as you rightly said, Michael, we should maybe change our perspective from technology-driven to what do we really want as a society from our future cars. And on that note, let's move to the fourth award, Technology and Innovation, following logically from this presentation. Has been said, advancements in technology and innovation are key to the future of road safety. This award celebrates groundbreaking solutions that enhance safety, from smart vehicles to innovative traffic management systems, driving progress towards safer roads for all. The shortlisted finalists in this category are ALSA from Spain, with their project Driving Out Harm. To enhance driving safety, ALSA has invested in advanced technology in over 3,700 buses in Spain. This includes the deployment of smart cameras capable of detecting different types of driver behavior and identifying unsafe driving practices. The data is used to assess each driver's risk profile with tailored training then provided for the drivers. This has resulted in a significant reduction in crash frequency and severity, improving overall road safety. Second nominee, the Center for Traffic Management, Bavaria, with their project Traffic Lights for the Future. Poorly designed crossings, traffic lights plans, and pedestrians' priority measures elevate the risk for vulnerable road users. To address this, the Center for Traffic Management Bavaria has equipped traffic lights with advanced intelligent systems to improve traffic management and enhance safety. These systems include emergency vehicle prioritization, collision warning systems, and increased green time for pedestrians and cyclists. Third finalists, Interuniversitär Mikroelektronika-Zentrum, IMEC, with their project Mobilidata, this is Belgium, Flanders, addressing the lack of centralized real-time traffic warnings by implementing the standardized C-Roads cooperative ITS model across the entire region. Mobilidata integrates road safety information from governmental, private, and community sources to provide comprehensive traffic alerts. The program covers 31 use cases categorized into road regulations and policies, warnings of dangerous situations, and connected infrastructure and traffic lights. Again, congratulations to all the shortlisted initiatives. Let us see the videos presenting the three finalists.
Technology and Innovation Award. Project Driving Out Harm. Organisation ALSA. To enhance driving safety, ALSA has invested in advanced technology for over 3,700 vehicles in Spain, including smart cameras. The cameras use machine vision and AI capable of detecting 40 different types of driver behaviour to identify unsafe driving practices. Each driver's risk profile is assessed. Personalised interventions are then tailored, including targeted training, specific vehicle and route assignments, and further monitoring. This resulted in a 36% reduction in crash frequency and a 66% decrease in crash severity. High-performing drivers are rewarded for their efforts. Project Traffic Lights of the Future, Organisation Centre for Traffic Management, Bavaria. Pedestrians and cyclists face significant safety challenges at intersections and crossings due to poor design, markings, and traffic light planning. To address this, traffic lights were equipped with advanced intelligent systems to improve traffic management. These systems include emergency vehicle prioritization, collision warning, green time requests for pedestrians, and green time prioritization for cyclists. The features are especially beneficial for large groups, school children, wheelchair users, and the elderly, ensuring safer interactions between different road users. Project Mobilidata, Organisation, Interuniversitair Microelectronica Centrum, VSW, IMEC. Mobilidata address the lack of centralised real-time traffic warnings in Flanders by applying the C Roads Cooperative ITS model across the entire region. It integrates road safety information from governmental, private, and community sources to provide comprehensive and timely traffic alerts. Input from traffic controllers, vehicle sensors, and road users is combined and distributed in a non-commercial environment. 31 use cases are covered, categorized into road regulations and policies, warnings of dangerous situations, and connected infrastructure traffic lights.
Congratulations to all the shortlisted initiatives. And the winner is Center for Traffic Management Bavaria. With their project Traffic Lights for the Future. Congratulations, this project was voted as the winner for its innovation, specifically targeting vulnerable road users. The technology increases road safety when crossing the road by extending the green phase for traffic lights, having a secondary effect of improving the overall pedestrian and cyclist experience. I'd like to invite Michaela Singer, Team Leader of Traffic Planning and Control at the Center, to the stage.
I'm deeply honored to stand before you today representing Bavaria to accept this award for technology and innovation. On behalf of our entire traffic management team, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude for this recognition, which acknowledges not only our dedication to improve traffic safety, but also the role that new technological possibilities, such as artificial intelligence, can play in protecting the lives across Europe. Thanks to innovative technologies, we were able to install new equipment at an intersection in Bavaria that can actively monitor and predict traffic patterns to identify potential risks in real time. By anticipating danger before it happens, solutions empower us to take preventive actions. Our vision is to create safer streets for everyone, particularly for the most vulnerable ones. This project would not have been possible without the collaboration and expertise of our dedicated team members, our road construction authority partners, and of course the traffic light companies. Together we are shared commitments to progress. We can make our streets safer, our cities more livable for all who call Europe home. Thank you once again. We are grateful and inspired to continue.
Dankeschön. We'll see you back, Michaela, for the Q&A. Thank you very much and congratulations once again. We move now to our fifth award, Urban. So in 2023, more than 7,752 people lost their lives on urban roads in Europe. Cities, municipalities, and regional authorities, as you know, play a key role in the development of actions that can decrease this number drastically. This award celebrates the outstanding and innovative achievements of local authorities in Europe. So let's have a look at the shortlisted finalists in this category. First, Comune di Bologna, with the project Bologna Città 30. In Italy, over 70% of road crashes occur on urban roads. To tackle this issue in Bologna, the Città 30 initiative has been launched with 4 main strategies: designating 70% of the city as a 30 kilometers per hour zone, investing in new pedestrian areas and cycle paths, launching public campaigns and an ambassadors program, and increasing police patrols. In the first 3 months of 2024, the city saw sizable reductions in crashes and injuries compared to the same period last year. Second nominee, Cuerpo de Policía Municipal de Madrid, with their proposal, project, the Strategic Road Safety Plan 2021-2030. This comprehensive prevention policy focuses on enhancing urban road safety and sustainable mobility, with a particular emphasis on protecting vulnerable groups. It promotes innovative participation, action and evaluation methods, ensuring coordinated emergency services, and the development of a road safety service charter with commitments to citizens. The initiative has reached a large portion of the population and visitors through various internal and external channels. And third nominee, Faxe Kommune, with their project AI Road Inspections in Denmark. Through AI-powered automated road safety inspections, Faxe Kommune has transformed how road inspections are conducted. Their inspection vehicles are equipped with advanced AI technology that can identify and catalog over 60 types of road hazards, including potholes, cracks, and debris. The AI system generates a priority list, which helps road workers address the most critical issues first. The result is safer working practices for their personnel and enhanced efficiency. Congratulations once again to the 3 finalists. Let us see the videos, please.
Urban Award. Project Bologna Città 30. Organisation Comune di Bologna. In Italy, 73% of crashes occur on urban roads, and Bologna has the 3rd highest road death rate of the country's 14 largest cities. In response, the initiative has 4 strategies, designating 70% of the city as a 30 km per hour zone, significant investment in new pedestrian areas and cycle paths, public communication campaigns with an ambassador for sustainable mobility, and increasing police patrols to enhance awareness and enforce traffic laws. In the first 3 months of 2024, the city saw a 14.5% reduction in crashes and a 12.6% decrease in injuries compared to the same period last year. Project AI Road Inspections. Organisation Faxe Kommune. Traditionally, roadwork inspections are conducted manually, exposing inspectors to danger as they take photographs in the road or drive while searching for hazards. Inspection vehicles equipped with AI technology now identify and catalogue over 60 different types of road hazards, including potholes, cracks, and debris. The AI system analyzes real-time data and generates a priority list, which helps road workers address the most critical issues first. This has reduced working time by 50% and identified over 1,569 potholes over a 12-month period. The result is a more effective and safer approach to road maintenance. Project the Strategic Road Safety Plan 2021 to 2030. Organisation Cuerpo de Policía Municipal de Madrid. This comprehensive prevention policy focuses on urban road safety and sustainable mobility, with an emphasis on protecting vulnerable groups. It promotes innovative participation, action, and evaluation methods, coordinated emergency services, and the development of a road safety services charter. By addressing all aspects of urban road safety in one of Europe's largest and most mobile cities, It has reached a large portion of the population and visitors. All actions are measured and evaluated using a range of internal and external tools. Transparency is maintained by actively publishing results.
Congratulations to all the shortlisted initiatives, and I'm really glad I was not in the jury. This is really hard. Well, first of all, I'm from Denmark, but I've never been to Faxe, but I've lived for a year in Bologna, so I wouldn't know where my loyalty would lie on this one, so good that I was not in the jury. The winner is Città di Bologna. Congratulations to the Comuna di Bologna. You were voted the winner because of the high importance you placed on road safety in an urban mobility context. It is a very comprehensive and impactful initiative that takes a holistic approach to improving urban road safety. This includes reducing the maximum speed limit in 70% of the territory, promoting urban redesign and promoting modal change. It incorporates regulation, infrastructure, education and communication in a city that is of course host to one of the biggest universities in Italy and has many engaged stakeholders. With that, congratulations. I give the floor and invite Valentina Aureolo, head of the community.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a real honor to be here with you and to accept this award. I really thank you all to all the community of road safety in Europe. Also on behalf of the Mayor of Bologna, Matteo Lepore, and all my colleagues from the City Council. As you already know, we started a long journey at the end of 2022, working on 4 issues. It has been already told, we worked on speed measures and rules in the city, but also on controls, on education and culture, and of course on the transformation of the road design. This is very difficult, as you all know. It is a long journey and it requires cultural change. But besides all these challenges, we all worked on another challenge, which is political, because we had the strong opposition by our government, and so it was a real fight to affirm that we really care for the security and the safety of our citizens. I can say that 2 years ago we won the court, so that the municipality won against the ministry. And so this journey will continue, and we will continue to work to transform Bologna, of course, going very slow. Thank you all.
Grazie and complimenti, Valentina. We will get back to you in the Q&A, but I sense some political points are on the table. Thank you very much. And now we come to the moment of European democracy and the People's Choice Award introduction. As I said, you are now the masters of choosing this year's Road Safety Baby Lasagna. The People's Choice Award. This is your chance, both the audience here in Brussels and the audience joining us online, to choose the project that has inspired you the most and which you feel deserves special recognition. And for the first time, as I said, you can choose not just between the 5 winners, but all 15 finalists that you have seen this afternoon. Katie Millett, Project Manager for the European Road Safety Charter, will now explain how you vote for this People's Choice Award. Katie, please.
Thank you very much, Christian. So yes, we invite you all attending in person and online to vote now. You can do so using your smartphone, so you can either scan the QR code on the screen or go to slido.com and enter the passcode that you see on the screen. You'll then be able to vote for one of the 15 initiatives, choosing the one you think is deserving of this recognition for outstanding activities in road safety. Voting will remain open for the next 30 minutes during the Q&A panel discussion, and the winner will be announced straight afterwards. If you need a reminder about the finalist projects, take a look at the brochure. For those of you online, the link to the digital brochure will be posted in the chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Katie. I have voted. Vote is secret. Please vote and enjoy this moment of living in a free society where you can choose your leaders and winners. Now, for a glimpse behind the scenes of our winning projects, I'd like to invite representatives of the 5 winners to the stage for a short discussion. So, Frank Mütze from the European Transport Safety Council, please come and join us on stage. Pick a chair. Martin Winkelbauer from KfW. And then not Maria, but Hector from Agencia Gallega de Infraestructuras. Hector, please. Michaela Singer from the Center of Traffic Management Bavaria. And Valentina Orioli from the Comune di Bologna. Please join me on stage. I sense that the Agencia Gallega has many competent people. Now, not Hector, but Jesus. Welcome. Okay. So, congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
I will ask some questions, but I count on the audience also to think of questions, because we will allow time for that as well. But let me start with you, Frank, on the Learn project that focused on teaching children. Do you have any advice for other organizations that are working with children? We heard from Lena also. What advice would you give on that particular challenge?
Good question. Thank you very much for that one. I think engage also with other European colleagues that work in education. What I've seen from the Learn expert panel meetings is when we discuss the challenges, for example, they face, they notice that, okay, despite some national or local differences, they are all facing similar issues. So exchanging ideas with colleagues to overcome those challenges is a good way to get inspiration also from other colleagues to address it in your local environment or national environment.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. And let's move across and Martin, the road markings on bends and motorcyclists, cheap but effective. I have a confession to make. My daughter has a motorcycle permit. Not that I approve, but she does. Why is this so important for motorcyclists? I mean, leaning into a curve when something is coming in the other way, it ought to be pretty obvious that that is dangerous. Why do these markings, you think, make a difference?
Because people simply don't know. If you, well, what we actually did was what was the initial spark for the thing, for the evaluation, is to observe people using video cameras, placing them alongside the road, and shooting videos, extracting stills, and then measuring the lean angles, and also showing the videos to the people. And before you show them the videos, each and every person swore that they were not on the other side with their head. So
sounds like my
the
daughter.
simple answer, it is as simple as that. People don't know what they're doing. They think they are on a good path, but they aren't.
And what makes them realize? You have circles on the road, huh? What is it about the circle that, okay, now I realize I must be a little bit further away?
That was also a long way, but I didn't really join that way because it was Gerald actually figuring that out. We used other patterns earlier, which looked like more like a section that you are not allowed to move on. And then the Dutch people came and tried to avoid or going around these markings with their caravans, and they couldn't. So what actually was necessary is something that cannot be mixed up with anything else on the road. And there the elliptic design came into place because you can't find it anywhere else. And in the end, I think that it is not just that you avoid riders getting too close to the center line, getting too close to the oncoming traffic by placing the markings there. It is also a very particular sign for motorcycle riders, telling them the danger here is for you. This is dangerous for you, not just for the stupid drivers of cars.
Right. Yeah, no, it's true that you see a circle on the road. What is this? Maybe I shouldn't drive on it.
But motorcycle riders, they know.
Yeah. Okay.
This is for me, and this is dangerous for me.
Okay. Do you have a message for the Dutch caravan people? Leave them at home? You don't need to answer.
No, just come back, but don't avoid.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Let's move to Spain and to you, Jesus. Your project, of course, was on this investment, and of course, with funding that is not unlimited, quite expensive, but with long-term impact. How did you select the infrastructure priorities that you invested in?
When we started with the strategy, we selected the 53 regions that constitute the Galician land, and we made a multi-criteria study. So we looked at parameters like the geographical location and the roads that cross these regions. Maybe the number of services that were near these locations, and also the population that is near the roads, the traffic intensity, and we ponderated those points so we can make a list of preference.
And of course, the objective is road safety, but I think it's also a little bit maybe modal shift, because you were dealing with the urban,
yes,
medium distance.
Yes.
Did you measure? Did you see a modal shift of people saying, okay, it's safe to cycle, and more people now cycle?
It's hard to measure, I think, because there are a lot of actuations, and if you want to really check that people uses them, you have to go there and check. But in the few cases we could study, we really saw that people were using them. Right. And when you travel by car and you take a look on your right side or your left side, you can see people walking for the paths. So we think it works.
I won't ask you about applying for EU funding and whether you would recommend it again to others, but I'm sure this is a challenge, but you used it well.
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
I wouldn't ask you about applying for EU funding. There was EU funding here in this project. How difficult it was to access and etc. But maybe you want to.
It wasn't difficult to access, but I think it's hard to decide where we are going to build the paths, and maybe you can have problems with people. We can have problems with another edifications, or there are a lot of conditionings, so it's hard to work sometimes.
Excellent, thank you, Jesus. Let's turn to Bavaria and the traffic lights for the future. How did you come up with that, Michaela? I mean, it's sort of obvious that we have intelligent light systems at home. Why not in traffic? But still, I'm curious, how did you come up with this idea?
Yeah, we thought that technology is now better because of artificial intelligence or other technologies, and we have to go with the time, so we have to try it and evaluate it, and that's why we thought, okay, we have to do a project where we can try out all these technologies and say at the end of the project, is this something we can do in whole Bavaria, or is it not? And that's why we have this project.
I have to ask you, this is not a serious question, but the green time of the crossing varies if there is a slower pedestrian
Yes.
going through. That's the intelligent traffic light, right?
Yes.
So if you have a senior walking slowly across,
Yes, then you have longer green. If you have large groups or something like that, you have more green time, so you can cross the road in more time, and you don't have cars, they don't see you, and you have an accident. So to avoid this, you have longer green.
but I just think of, we saw the Czech project on the aggressive drivers. Somebody walking very slowly across. You could stay in the middle and keep it green all day, red for the others, right?
No, that's not possible.
How is what is the reception or the reaction of car drivers who see that they no longer control the traffic light and maybe they don't get their share of green?
They don't see it, so it's not that long. You have just a few seconds more time to cross the street and not so much time that the cars see it.
Fascinating, and can I quote Kermit the Frog? It's hard being green. All right, we move to you, Valentina, and my question to you is a little bit where you made your comments on the political dimension. Now, as you said, you now demonstrate that it works in terms of decreased fatalities. But if you're okay with it, I'd like you to share a little bit more on the discussion you had with Rome about this, and how that discussion then works with the central government, now that you can show that the city of Bologna has survived reducing speed to 30 kilometers an hour, and that road safety has improved. Because these are discussions that are also going on in other member states. Right? It's politically sensitive to reduce speed, and the dialogue between those living in the cities and those going through or coming to the cities, it's not an easy debate. So maybe you can elaborate a little, without making it too political. Let's stay polite.
I try. It's quite a difficult question. Of course, the government in Rome has a sensibility for road safety, but they intend road safety basically with regard to high-speed roads and speed limits or other kind of actions. But they don't agree with an approach to road safety focused on cities and on decreasing speed limits in cities. Of course, in Italy this is possible because the rules says that the speed limit in urban areas is 50, but you can lower it at 30 or 20 as you want, of course, referring to multi-criteria analysis and other target of political or technical nature. But the government has always said that you can do it only in very small areas, and you cannot do it in the whole city as Bologna did. we have to say that other cities have the same or more or less the same regulation in Italy. It is not only Bologna, but of course, you know that Bologna and the government are not in the same political orientation. So this became a very hard conflict, and with different fields of battle. Some months ago, two taxi drivers, went to the regional court against the city because they said that these speed limits are unappropriated and they can't work. They can't do their own work in the roads every day. And the government went to the court together with these two taxi drivers. And as I told you before, we won the court 2 days ago. But what is more important is that the court established that the city has the right to take this measure to protect life of their citizens, and that these are not measures that are against the work or the activity of somebody. It is not demonstrated. So I can say that we won on the technical level, but I can expect that we will continue to discuss at the political level.
Grazie, and I'm sure many of you know, Bologna is known as Bologna La Rossa, and that's not just because some of the houses are red. It's also your rebellious attitude in general, and the many students radicalized, but well done, and I see you wear the red badge with 30 on it.
It's a deep pink, but
it's
yes.
pink, all right, okay.
Yeah.
It's the light. When will this happen in Rome, you think? When will this happen in Rome?
Oh, I'm not sure. It will, it will happen in Rome. It's too big.
All right, thanks a lot. Let's get back to you, Frank, because we hear it can be difficult to work even at national level between cities, and you worked at European level. How difficult is that? Because there is great diversity, right, between member states on traffic rules, and the powers are very much at local level. So your Learn project tried to make sense for everyone. How hard is it to work with European diversity?
This was a challenge that we had in the beginning, but fortunately the European colleagues are all very nice and cooperative that we work with in the in the Learn expert panel. I would say the challenge that as Learn project we had was then to find recommendations and guidelines that would apply everywhere. So we took the national problems and generalized them so that we could find the similarities in the challenges. And then it's the same with the recommendations that we provide. We provide them at a high level in the reports that we produce. And then so that they could be applicable all across Europe, depending on the cultural differences, depending on the environmental differences. And then we use best practice examples from our Learn expert panelists to show how those experts have taken those recommendations and implemented it in their national or local contexts. And I think that's a formula that works very well.
Thank you. So you would agree it's very easy to work with European integration and coordination?
Very much.
Easy task. Excellent, thank you. You have all had 2 questions and a follow-up. I think it's time now to give the floor to the audience, first here in the room, but then also online you can ask questions. So let me see whether there are questions from the audience to our 5 winners. Who would like to raise your hand, and we have a micro that goes around. Please. Yeah, micro is on its way, and please indicate to who you direct the question.
Do you hear me? No. Yes, now you hear me. I am Georgianis, professor at the National Technical University of Athens. And the question is mainly to Bologna, but also to the European Commission. Why?
No, you can't do that, George.
Okay. No.
Afterwards.
Okay, just to mention that, did you consider that speeding, it is a health issue, and as there are laws for smoking, for alcohol, it should be also for speeding. And this is an argument for 30 kilometers per hour, which can be at the national level and at the European level.
Yes, please.
Yes, of course. I totally agree with your position. In Italy, it's a controversial argument. Sometimes we have rules that are very, very strong with people who goes fast and is drunk, for example. But for the general public, speed is not a problem, is not considered a problem. So we have different measures toward different kind of behaviors.
Thanks a lot. And I will take up the question, or you can take up the question with your compatriot and my future boss, the Commissioner for Sustainable Transport and Tourism, who in his hearing said speed is known to be a factor, and when you reduce speed, you reduce the number of fatalities. So certainly, from the political level of the Commission, this recognition is there. For further details, let's wait for the vote of the Parliament and the new Commission being in force. Right, let's hear any other questions from the audience. Don't be shy. Thank you very much. Micro on its way.
I have a question for Martin Winkelbouw from KFV. About the road markings, what's the next step? Do you see new application areas, different application areas? So do you have any idea or follow-up activities on this?
That's a very good question, but to be honest, I think it got viral. I don't think that I have to do any. We receive messages from Australia, from New Zealand, from Germany, Slovenia, from Alex Stedman did something in Scotland. So actually in the very beginning, the dissemination was more or less word of mouth. So it was from person to person, someone told someone else something, and that the things in Luxembourg happened. Slovenia was the question of a direct contact between Uroš Brumec and Gerald Höher. But meanwhile, I have presented the thing at some international conferences, and people pick up the issue. They do their own tests. The most critical thing is that they have to convince the authorities in their own area. However, that is much easier if, as soon as you have an evaluation where you can prove that it is really effective. Well, at least nobody ever doubted my calculation, so 80% is still undoubted. And of course, I did not lie anything. So I told the truth. We had only 2 crashes afterwards. No, 4 crashes, 4 injuries, to be honest. 4 injuries afterwards where there have been 65 before. So the numbers are true. But I think that helps to convince. And sometimes it's provincial, sometimes just local authorities to take the risk, because they take a high risk. They take a high risk to fail if there's just a single crash where somebody says he's been slipping on the markings. Even if it is not true, it is sufficient that somebody says he's been slipping. You really risk a lot as someone from a local authority or national regional authority to start a project like that. But it's much easier if you can prove the impact.
No, that's certainly very true, and the facts speak for themselves, but now you also have a European award, so you should be safe and protected, and yes. With that, I expect to see circles all around the bends of European...
No, sorry, I don't want to see the circles, that elliptic design, we like to call it. Actually, it's elliptic. It's not circles, yeah. We don't want to see it everywhere. It should not be applied in every corner. I would really like to see the elliptic design in the corners which are really dangerous, where you had a serious analysis of crashes and you found the crashes typically, the crashes that are typical for this kind of accident, for this kind of error and the outcome. And there are other designs like bars, and you can use the thing that Alex Stedman did in Scotland. You can use other things for probably less dangerous spots. But I would like to have the elliptic design only where it is really dangerous, to let it be a message to the rider telling them this,
Careful here. Yeah.
this is for you.
Excellent. Well understood. All right, let's try online and see, Thomas, whether you have picked up any interesting questions from the online audience. Then please read them out and we will try to address them. Thomas.
We have a couple of online questions. So the first one is for Learn. And the question is, how do you involve the children? So when you are developing the materials, do they provide feedback and input?
So we've got the Learn manual that sets out 8 steps to develop the material. And as part of the Learn manual, we recommend using the 5E model, which includes engaging the child and letting them explore and elaborate on their learnings. I would say use that model. You can find more information in the Learn manual as well as in the Norwegian Road Safety Council's model for behavior modification. And also make sure to pre-test and evaluate that your activity is indeed engaging the way that you intended the activity to do.
Thanks a lot. Certainly in the Norwegian video, we saw children express their feedback on traffic wards around schools. All right, let's take, Thomas, 2 more questions if you have them, and then let the panelists off the hook. So
we have just one more, which I will address. It's to traffic lights of the future. And again, it's about stakeholder engagement, which seems to be the main interest for the online audience. So they want to know, how do you involve the vulnerable road users? So when you're developing your project, exactly how are they involved?
The main course of our project was that the technique is okay and the technique is functional, and we involved the users with questions. So we just do questions if they need it, if they want it, and we have the online computer, so we can do research and evaluate if the pedestrians can cross the street safe.
thanks a lot, Michaela. Any other questions? Last chance. Yeah.
Final one just came through. It's for alternative mobility strategy. I think it's looking for quite a succinct answer. It's asking, what is the main important message for motorcyclists you want to give?
Alternative mobility strategy is Jesus. Yeah? So your message to motorcyclists, we are mixing up the categories, but that's fine. Why not? Yeah? Go ahead, Jesus.
As our work is not direct to motorcycles, but I think when they see a pedestrian path or a cyclist path, like the one that we built, maybe they have to be careful because it's very near to the road, so they can maybe lose control of their motorcycles and go have a crash with the pedestrians or the cyclists. So I think it's important to make a big effort on the road safety for most motorcyclists, drivers, pedestrians, and cyclists.
Thanks a lot, Jesus. And just in case the question was actually addressed to you, Martin, your message to motorcyclists, please don't come to Austria. No, come to Austria, but...
Why not?
You know, why not?
Of course, the Italians build the nicer roads. French people have the nicer landscape, to be honest. So, riding is attractive more or less anywhere, and I really would like to go to Norway. We talked about that, and I think I would have a guide there. However, if I have one, well, if you talk about motorcycles, you have to always talk about two groups, which is urban commuters and leisure riders outside urban areas. And if I have one message to the people on urban roads, it would be stop driving naked.
I will certainly take that message back to my daughter.
Yes.
On that note, thank you very much to all the panelists, and congratulations once again. I will see you back for the photos, but you are now free to take your seats. Thank you. A round of applause. Very good. And we are now approaching almost the end of today's program, but there is another award, and that's your award, the People's Choice Award, selected through your votes. So let me ask the control room, do we have a result of the public vote? And if that's the case, could you bring it to me? It seems to be the case. So thank you very much to all of you who have voted in the People's Vote. Aha! This is a surprising development, but that's what we wanted. We wanted Baby Lalane to come out in the final vote. So the People's Choice Award goes to Platform Avise, 0. So let me invite you to say a few words, maybe about aggressive drivers and how it has worked, and this jingle that is catchy and etc. Congratulations, man. You are the people's winner. So clearly there are some people in the room who have experiences with aggressive drivers, and they voted for you. Please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor for me to be here. Thank you everyone who votes for us. Platform Vision Zero, if I can translate it into English, maybe it's more understandable, is organization which integrates all the effort of different types of subjects in the Czech Republic with the aim to make some systematic approach and systematic change in the area of road safety. And despite the fact we were finalists in the category of education, the topic of aggressive driving is more complex. And our project, the today's project, is part of our big effort to include aggressivity as a definition, to include aggressivity into the Czech law as a cause of road accidents. And that's why we need some public support of this change, and that's why we started to run the campaign, which you could see. And I'm not sure, probably I can't show the jingle, but yes, but yeah, it was done with help of one popular actor in the Czech Republic. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. The people have spoken, and clearly the wisdom of the group and democracy in action, it works. You have sent a very strong message to everyone on Europe's road. Chill down. And I think that's very timely. Thank you for that. These are all the awards, folks, for today and for this year. I think we have selected some very important winners. I'd like to thank all of you who have been with us here today, both in Brussels and online. I think, if I may quote a Danish philosopher, Søren Kierkegaard, who said, målet intet, vejen alt. The destination means nothing, it's the road to get there. Actually, it is the destination in this area that counts. We need to get to Vision Zero. But I think also the way we get there is important. And clearly, here we are getting there together. Please keep collaborating, keep up the good work, learn from each other. All of you have been involved in road safety initiatives. You have shown your excellence today and shared with each other. And we're all here because we all agree that every life saved matters. I'd like to thank especially all our national relay networks, the Charter's ambassadors with each member states who promotes the Charter's goals and activities. Without you, it wouldn't be possible to grow the Charter's membership as we have done and reach as many people with the importance of reducing death and injuries on our roads. Now I'd like to invite the winners to come to the stage for a group photo. And of course, the audience members here in the room are welcome to stay for the networking drinks that are being served in the foyer. Let me also, of course, as always, thank my own team, Sarolta and Sarah, sitting here. If you would like to join me, please join me in a round of applause for my own team. And not to forget Vesna, also sitting there from the Road Safety Unit of the European Commission. So let me invite to the stage the winners for a group photograph, please. First, all the winners. We also would like to invite the speakers, so Lena and Mikkel. Please come. Awards, have a drink, and see you next year. Bye-bye.